Hello, gentlemen. This is Mr. Chance, just off camera, with your Latin Notes 1 video. Key point 1 for your Latin notes is that in Latin, the words the, a, and an do not exist. So when I translate Latin to English, I have to add articles as needed. For example, if I were to translate the sentence porcus est obessus into English, I would not say or write pig is fat, because that's not the way English works. I would say instead the pig is fat or a pig is fat, depending on what best fits the context that I'm working with. Pause the video here, make sure this gets into your notes. Thank you. Now we move to key point 2, which is the first declension of nouns. A declension is a group of nouns that share common characteristics. The first declension of nouns are what we're working with right now. All of the nouns that you have are first declension. It also needs to be noted that all of the nouns that you're working with right now are singular and nominative, which means that there's just one of whatever that noun is. There's just one pig, for example. And nominative means it's the subject of the sentence. We will also be getting into accusative first declension. These will still be singular, but they'll be used as the object of a verb. The chart that's on this page that you can see there, breaking these endings down between masculine, feminine, and neuter, singular nominative and singular accusative, needs to be in your notes. You need to memorize this. Masculine singular nominative ends with us. Singular accusative ends with um. Feminine singular nominative ends with a. Feminine singular accusative ends with am. And if it's neuter, they both end with um. There are examples there in parentheses. Please pause the video again. Make sure this makes it into your notes. Thank you. And last, we have key point 3 about the two verbs that we're going to be using. Both of these verbs are third person singular. Third person means that if the subject of the sentence were a pronoun, the subject of the sentence would be he, she, or it. And the reason it works that way is because the verb is singular. So we can't use they, for example. Can't use I, because that's first person, not third person. All right? And also, since these verbs are singular, they will only work with a singular subject. And there's 2 examples here, one for each verb. The first verb is est, E-S-T. Est means he, she, or it is. So, for example, if I say rosa est rubra, I'm saying the rose is red. Or amicus est bonus, I'm saying the friend is good. The second verb is habet, which is he, she, or it has. So, for example, if I say galena ovum habet, I'm saying the chicken has an egg. Or puella habet rosem, the girl has a rose. Notice the word order in these sentences for Latin isn't always going to match the word order in English. That's normal, right? So for the first one, galena ovum habet, I wouldn't translate that as chicken egg has, because that just doesn't make sense. Make sure these get into your notes as well. You're going to need this for your classwork and your homework. Thank you very much. I am now going to stop the video.